What can artificial intelligence teach us about being human or more human? The arguments about artificial intelligence all center around who's going to lose their job and the impact on society, and they're important things to consider. But there's a really important part of this discussion that's been completely missed. Artificial intelligence, by definition, it actually makes decisions. Intelligence is about decisions. So this is just an artificial form of that. Now, what defines us as humans? We've got this massive prefrontal cortex which allows us to simulate the future. Yes, it's a logic-driven part of the brain, but the logic is really well developed to simulate the future. That's the what-ifs and the risk-rewards. So we've moved beyond just straight movement of hands and hungry, eat, jump out of the way of a shadow. That lizard brain is still there, but this overlay of our ability for logic is what defines us as humans. And artificial intelligence is taking a lot of those decisions away. So at the moment, we developed this to say, like, should I cross the stream or go around the valley? Well, there's risk-reward doing it that way, risk-reward doing it that way. What if? What if? That's exactly what we're all about. Now, computers in our everyday life are taking away those decisions. Lawyers are being replaced by artificial intelligence. Pilots are being replaced. They won't be replaced, but increasingly we've got artificial intelligence taking care of exactly where a plane's going to go and landing it and taking off. A computer called Watson who beat humans at Jeopardy. Humans can't win at chess anymore. Artificial intelligence wins that because it makes better decisions. 85% of all foreign trades, and this blows me away, 85% of all foreign trade transactions are completed by algorithms. They're not completed by humans. So what's left? You think, okay, well, that's fine for that, but I still control my life. Well, do you? Facebook decides whose posts you're going to see. Tinder decides who you're going to fall in love with ultimately because it filters who you're going to see. Netflix it suggests what movie you're going to watch next. Amazon suggests what book you're going to read next. This is permeating everywhere in our lives. So as decisions are being taken away from us, does that make us less human? What does it mean to be a human? Oh, but hold on. It can't tell me what to do, like where to go next, can it? Well, yeah, it can. It'll tell you whether to turn left or right. Look at your GPS. Your GPS decides which way you're going to go based on a computer being able to effectively see around the next corner and the corner after that and the corner after that. And we know now, despite trying, that I don't know the best way to a certain destination. The GPS does, and we blindly follow it. The decisions are taken away from us. But that's an interesting one to think about because the GPS takes also away the stress. We can just go for our drive, let the GPS decide where we're going, and we can spend more time being present perhaps with our family in the car. We can spend more time being present with our thoughts in the car. And this is a little bit of a view into the future that I think gives us hope with artificial intelligence. See, I subscribe to the Sam Harris view of the world, the philosopher who says we don't really have free will. Now, if you think you've got free will, just try to control your next thought. You can't. Well, where did that thought come from, the one you just had? Well, you don't actually know where it came from. Like, he argues that there are a whole lot of causes that create decisions and that you are not in control of those causes. I mean, and for example, you look at outcomes in life. You say, well, I wanted to go from here to there. This is what I plan to do. But then an accident happens and all of a sudden those plans go awry. You couldn't control that. You can't control your environment and you can't control your decisions. But even if you think that's too radical an idea, if computers are going to take away some of those decisions, it teaches us that we don't really need those decisions. And maybe this, what I call the illusion of decisions, is something that the computers are teaching us that actually maybe there is an illusion of decisions. Maybe I don't make my own decisions, and maybe I don't need to make my own decisions or think that I'm in control of these decisions. What does that do? It removes a lot of the risk, a lot of the stress. So again, going back to that car analogy, I don't need to theoretically decide what's the next left or right that I'm going to take. The computer decides that for me, and I get rid of a whole lot of that stress. Like, oh my God, am I going to get lost? Did I go the wrong way? Am I going in circles? That all disappears. So you're left with yourself. So maybe artificial intelligence not only frees us of the mundane and of decisions, but it also frees our minds and bodies to think about bigger things, to experience more of life. Maybe we just become fat slobs who sit in virtual reality worlds and eat chips all day. I don't know. I don't think so though, because the human condition, and all of us want to do this, we want to experience life. We go to work so we can experience these pockets of weekends and vacations and time at home with the family. We want to experience thrills. We want to experience great foods. We want to experience each other's company. We want to experience annoying people. We want to experience a dinner party and have those arguments. That's what we're about. We're not about making decisions. Decisions have evolutionarily come into our brains to help us survive. But that doesn't mean we have to use those faculties all the time. If we get rid of that noise, it leaves us with what's in the middle, which is our very existence. I think that's hugely, hugely powerful. In the workplace, it leaves us from making these mundane decisions and being able to perhaps plan further ahead, perhaps to strategize, perhaps to think of a great way to help a customer that's just completely out of the box. Maybe I'm looking at this thing through rose-colored glasses, but maybe I'm not. And that's the thing, we don't know. It's not a simplistic discussion about, are we going to lose our jobs? I think this is a discussion about what does it mean to be human, and can I be more in touch with my own humanity using artificial intelligence? I'm Stephen DiPietro. Thanks again for tuning in.